Hi YouTube. I wish to say thank you to all of you for all your comments, for all your messages and good discussions. I must say I have been overrun by all this. For my first video about Gulf oil spill looks like a volcano, which people now find out is gone. I'll come back to that. But I surely had my 15 minutes of fame because my inbox is littered. I have some 300 French requests and subscriptions which I have to go through, and I have doubled up in that in comments and messages, and I honestly need a secretary. And if I was making money on YouTube, I would hire my wife, because I have so much. I don't even know if I can sift through it. And while I'm trying to sift through it, well, the oil is still flowing out in the Mexican Gulf, plus this volcanic material. So what I wanted to do about this video is I'm re-uploading in a different material, which is not similar to my first video about it. So there's no one out there getting their tiny little feet hurt in their small shoes, because I don't think anybody here should take credit for anything, because this is not about them, and in my case this is not about me. This is about us. That is my concern. It is us, and it's not one person alone. So that person who came in and claimed copyright on something in my video there, well, I hope you had your day. I hope you're happy now and you got what you wanted. But here is my second version, and it will still be the same conclusion. They hit a volcano down there, and I have a map here in the video. I don't know if it's past now, but it's here, where it is a map of the Mexican Gulf where it shows where the volcano is. And Deep Horizon was drilling in that exact spot. First of all, why are they going out to a depth of 5,000 feet to the sea level? No, not sea level, the seabed. And then start drilling all the way down to 30,000 feet from sea level? Are they completely mad? I think already there they damaged their material when they started doing that, because when you have such a long tube, 5,000 feet long, a 24-inch pipe, which is not solid but hollow, don't you think that pipe will wobble while it's spinning around and drilling a hole in the soil? I think it will, and I think it will damage and do something which is not intended when they are drilling in so deep waters. It is highly risky in my book. That is the same as, you know, trying to drill a hole in a piece of metal with a metal drill, right? But then imagine you make that drill from 5 inches long to, let's say, 12 feet long, and you're still putting the same type of pressure on. How do you think that drill will look like looking from the side? You will stand out in an arch. So already there, that is completely insane what they're doing. So is it so insane? Again, because it happened, the blowout, on the 20th of April 2010, which means that is the 111th birthday of Hitler. Adolf Hitler, and it happens to be Earth Day that day. So it seems like they're honoring by calling this Earth Day. I'm talking about the fascists out there. They're honoring a murderer. How disgusting. How disgusting. But that's how it seems like. And one of my friends from Ireland called VOLCANO, he actually told me about that it was the 111th birthday of Adolf Hitler. Again, we have the 11th. And the particular date, 20th of April 2010, if you put the numerology together there, you will get this number 1. And 1 means a new beginning. So I would call it a new beginning, because we just had the history's worst oil spill known to man happening right now. Plus, we have a volcano in the heart of the Mexican Gulf, in the heart of the ocean currents. And there is absolutely nothing we can do to stop it. It will continue. And while it's continuing, the seabed is going to be weakened and it's going to collapse. That either will create a tsunami or a huge tidal wave, and it will possibly also release all the material which is down there in one big spew. And I'm talking methane gas, which is highly explosive, highly toxic to breathe. And I'm talking about crude oil in bundles, much more than we have seen now. What are we up on now? 25 million gallons of crude oil in the Mexican Gulf now? Something like that, maybe more. And then we have all this sulfur and volcanic material spreading out into the vortex of the Mexican Gulf. I don't know what to say about it. I'm kind of angry. I kind of want to scream. I know that won't help me. I kind of like wanting to hang someone in the nearest tree for this, the responsible ones. Yeah, but who are the responsibles? Right now there is a document circulating in Russia, Moscow, that it was North Korea who did an attack on the oil rig. What? Okay, are we back to that where we say, let us not tolerate outrageous conspiracy theories in order to shift the blame away from the guilty ones? Is that the Bush repetition again we on? I don't know. I don't know. It seems like it. And there is also footage of a SWAT team out there opening fire on an oil rig, shooting on an oil rig. Isn't that dangerous? So what actually went wrong? Do we have North Korea doing sabotage on an American oil rig? No, British. Let's stick to that. British Petroleum. I don't know. There's so many balls in the air right now. Which one of them do you wish to catch? Just take the water balloon instead. It'll make you nice refreshing. Don't take the black one, you might get smeared. I don't know. But it is confusing, and we need to kind of keep focus on what's going on in the Gulf, because that is right now. And help is needed down there. And they're not getting the help they need. Not fast enough. Damage is done. And there's also another danger here, and that is the fumes coming from the crude oil. When it breaks down, we have a substance called benzene, which is highly toxic for humans, for all organisms. In the right quantities, you will simply just die. And they're not trying the best they can to contain this oil spill, on the surface at least. That's very clear, because it's very clear they're doing a wrong job. They should have two booms out in 2 rows, and they should lay zigzag, and they need to run a ring around the whole spill. What they're doing now is it's like putting a drop into the ocean. It will not help. They're not doing it right, and they're not asking for help. They don't ask anyone from the international world to come by with some airplanes and drop down some booms and send some ships so we can contain the surface oil. But the oil below the surface in the big pools they are floating in various layers. That's another task. I don't know how they're gonna solve that before it's out in the Gulf Stream and out in the Atlantic Ocean and killing anything it comes in touch with. I don't know. Well, you can look at this footage, you can watch the video again, and then go watch some videos of real undersea volcanoes and see the similarity in the pattern in which they erupt. So do yourself that favor before you try to debunk what I have to say. This is a volcano, and they knew what they were drilling into, and they did it on purpose. That's all I have to say today. So enjoy, and thank you for your support, all of you, and God bless you all.